Hey everyone, Tony George. Happy New Year. Happy 2023. NFL Sunday. Free play. Then we'll tell you what's going on over at the website. Let's get right to it. Tampa Bay taking on Carolina. The line's jumped up to 4. Everybody and their dog is jumping on Carolina. We're talking old school today. Let's go old school. You know, I've been around 30 years. I know how we've had to evolve with sabermetrics and algorithms and power ratings and offensive and defensive efficiencies and points per play, points per possession, yards per play, blah, 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 blah. I get it. I do it every day for a living. I've been doing it 30 years. 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, we were doing it different. We weren't breaking down the game as much as we were breaking down the line. And at the end of the day, no matter what all these newbies on video tell you that are coming out of the woodwork as sports gambling experts at age 26 that probably never bet more than $500 on a game in their life, you're betting into numbers. You're not betting into games. And the numbers here, let's talk about it. Old school. Because I'm old school. I'm an old guy. I'm an old savvy veteran. Been doing this a long time. I wouldn't have been doing this 30 years if I hadn't won more than I lost. And I lose my fair share. No doubt about it. I also win my fair share. That being said, when these two played first time around, Tampa Bay was a 13-point favorite and they lost. The look-ahead line in this a week ago was 7. Then it went down to 3, 3.5. Now it's at 4. It's at 4 because sharp money's coming in late because 80% of the tickets written are on Carolina. And yet the number's going up. That's because big money's coming in on Tampa because this number's off. Now, if you want to bank on the fact, and by the way, Wilkes has done a hell of a job at Carolina since they fired Matt Rule, which concerns me because I'm a Nebraska Cornhusker and an alumni, and I lived there for 26 years. Season ticket holder for 20 years. I'm concerned. I hope Matt Rule's a better college coach than he is an NFL coach. But he's turned this team around with the loss of McCaffrey, Mayfield. They went through a bevy of quarterbacks, and now you have Sam Darnold going up against arguably the greatest quarterback in the history of the NFL. Now, Tom Brady is like LeBron James. You either love him or you hate him, and there's no in between. But Tom Brady, and trust me, I'm not a huge fan. I've been a Kansas City fan since I've been knee-high to a grasshopper. He was kicking our ass when he was at New England against Kansas City, beat us in the Super Bowl as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. You know, I'm not a huge fan, but I respect him. And if you want to take him at home going for a division title, you want to go against him with Sam Darnold, go ahead and be my guest. Because that ain't going to happen. Now, Tampa Bay has not looked good. They find ways to win games. Ugly. You know, they got beat for 3 quarters last week and won a game in overtime. They were getting it handed to them on a Monday Night Football game for 3.5 quarters and somehow won that game. You know, the cream rises to the top. And whether you like him or not, when you got that many Super Bowl rings, you know what you're doing. You know, one of the greatest comebacks in the history of the NFL was the Super Bowl against Atlanta. Who was the trigger man? Tom Brady. Give me, and bear in mind, this is a free play. We're not selling grandma's bonds. We're not unloading the 401k. We're not putting 2 dimes on it. We're not putting it in a 14 parlay. It's a free pick. But I think what the numbers tell you, with the greatest quarterback in the history of the game, at home, playing with revenge where they got embarrassed the first game in this divisional series. And they're playing for a playoff spot against Sam Darnold. And kind of a beat-up defense, I might add, as well for Carolina. Good luck. You take Sam Darnold if you disagree with me. I'll take Tom Brady at home to get in the playoffs with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. DocSports.com, free $60, link in the description below. Thumbs up, subscribe, all those good things. Follow me on Twitter at TGeorgeSports. Come get a 6-unit winner on a triple header today. We banked one last week in the NFL. We'll bank it again today on Sunday on a 3-pack. Be sure and get over to Docs and check us out. Happy 2023. Go Bucks.